squat down here and tell us what happened.
Let me catch my breath. Finally done adulting for the day. Headed back out to the back of my place to see if I can get one roosted and hopefully roasted the next day. Birds were quiet today, but it's overcast now. We've got a storm that's going to blow through tomorrow. I'm hoping that these changes in the weather elicit a little bit more vocalizations from these birds, hopefully tonight and then definitely tomorrow. Got a couple good places I can go. Obviously, if I can roost one here, we'll go here. And then if not, I got a buddy that I think I'm going to go with in the morning. But pretty cool opening day. A lot of my buddies killed. You can't kill every time. Seen some cool stuff. Got to spend a morning outside in God's creation, so I'm a blessed man. And even on a day where I don't kill a turkey, I still feel that. I got my shotgun with me because there is still a little bit of daylight left, and you never know. So we're gonna go out here and see if we can roost one. Let's do it. Just checking before I get to my blind, you never know. I just got a gobble that was decently close. I'm gonna run to my blind real quick. No freaking way. Morning, Alex.
How are you, buddy?
Ready to kill some turkeys.
Oh, yeah.
You even remember how to do that?
Barely.
We'll figure it out, won't we?
Hey, it ain't gonna be for lack of trying, I promise you that. You dropped the gloves somewhere. I can't find it.
You're black, you don't need it. We're in a blind.
That's true.
You probably just wear no shirt. Be all right.
I don't have to wear a face mask, I tell you that much. I proved that fact.
Yeah, dude, you honestly probably don't need that.
Well, I was just thinking, what if we, when we kill turkeys, it's gonna be easier to carry out.
Oh, yep. Ah. Okay. Well, guys, I got my good buddy Alex here with me, and we're fixing to go try to kill a couple of turkeys. We were gonna go to Alex's place last night. That was the plan, but because there's a decent little corner that they like to cross on my property, I always go back since I live here and I roost some birds. And you guys heard the audio last night, right? There's just no way we can not go back there. There's at least one bird roosted within 50 yards of the blind, and there's probably 5 or 6 others within a 200-yard radius. And so some turkeys are gonna die this morning. I think that's just all there is to it. But it's early, it's overcast, it's windy. We got the perfect conditions to kind of sneak out there, which we'll need. I believe that turkey can see where we're going to set our decoys from the roosting location, so we're going to get out there as quietly as we can and get set up in our blind. It's the same blind that Easton shot his bird in. If you guys haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. But yeah, we're going to throw everything on and get out there and hopefully kill some turkeys. Let's get them, Jay.
Get them.
Oh, by the way, me and Alex have a history of doubling on animals. We've had a deer hunt where we've doubled. We've had several turkey hunts where we both killed one every morning. So we kind of do a hunt every year together, and it usually pans out really well. In fact, last year we doubled in the same sit and did the 3-2-1 shoot kind of deal. And so that video was worth checking out too if you haven't. And I make some chicken fried steak out of turkey. So check that out if you haven't. All right, guys. So we are headed back to the blind. It's nice and early. It's overcast. It's a little windy. So we're going to have some good cover, which we're going to need to get back in there quietly. Because like I said, I believe we got a bird roosted about 50 yards away, and I believe he can see where our decoys are. So hopefully it'll be a quick fly down type of hunt. But because of that, we're going to be awfully sneaky getting in here. We're going to use the one red light, and we're just going to be as quiet as we can, and we're going in quite a bit early. So doing everything slow and steady. Hopefully it pays off. See you guys in the blind. Well guys, we managed to get in here without spooking a bird off the roost, if he's still there. And we got in here decently early. Still got about 20 minutes until stuff kicks off. The first gobbles of the morning, you know. And we're excited. It's calm. A little tiny flashes of lightning in the distance, but that's not supposed to start getting with it until later in the morning. We should have some birds killed by then if we're gonna. And it's overcast. Something I've noticed, and this goes for deer and turkey, those overcast days are superior to clear skies and sunny days. Changed my mind. There's just something about an overcast day, even if there's a breeze. I don't know if it's the storm rolling in or whatever, but those overcast days, they always are superior to the super clear, calm, and sunny days. Changed my mind. He's fired up. I think this bird next to us is probably like listening and looking.
Are you still asleep?
I doubt it with 2 gobbles going on.
Well, he's probably, what the fuck's going on?
He was like the least vocal bird last night too. I think he's the big gobbler. Because he wasn't very vocal, I really had to be getting that mouth going. But he'll know where we are. Yeah,
there's at least 7 birds.
That's where they were roosted at when Easton showed him. Was right up here. Well guys, the birds flew down and they're being really, really quiet. I was really hoping that bird that was roosted within 50 yards would fly right into our setup, but he did not. In fact, he only gobbled once or twice. So, in times like this where the birds are really quiet, I'll go to a strategy of only answering gobbles. And usually within a couple hours, one will gobble right in my lap. And I know that that's basically a dead bird. So that's kind of the plan as of right now. Wind has picked up. It's kind of sputtering a little bit. But we're going to sit it out. Got high hopes. The next hour spent in the blind was, to be honest, pretty boring. We didn't see any turkeys. We didn't hear any turkeys. We were kind of just doing some blind calling. We knew turkeys were in the area, and we were hoping that sooner or later they would fire up. Just do what you're doing. I'm just getting some B-roll.
I was doing what I was doing. I was trying not to doze off while ago. B-roll me doing it here. They're gonna gobble.
Yes, this is what we're talking about. I told you. I haven't even turned the camera off. That's like 3 birds, ain't it?
Get your gun ready, they're closed.
There's a fence they're gonna have to navigate through. They'll either come through here, or there. But, yeah. My gun's always ready. Why isn't just my face mask on? I'd be white as shit. everything I got at these birds, and there's some hog wire back there. There's some holes in it where they can cross. But they haven't crossed. And there's one hen that's like super mad. She's responded to everything I say. And there's probably 3 strutters over there. We can see glimpses of them. And I could go over there and bushwhack one, but I'd hate to do that. The footage won't be great. And there's always the risk of getting caught, you know, but they're probably within 40 yards right now. I think I'm just gonna shut up and see if it brings them over. I don't know what else to do. The calling, like the lot of calling isn't seeming to do it. So maybe if I shut up, they'll get curious. It's making her talk a little bit, ain't it? Come on, baby. If we kill these birds today, it's gonna be because that hen comes over here. Boy, she sure don't like when I'm not answering. Let's do that for a minute. Let's see what happens. So for the next little bit, we actually had quite a little bit of action. There was a hen that was super ticked off, and every time I would call, she would call. I got to where I was cutting her off and being way more aggressive, and it really seemed to make her angry. And she just called and called and called and called. Because of that, we started hearing gobbles again, and it wasn't long before the whole flock seemed like it was right on top of us. We even were able to get glimpses of some of the birds. They ended up being caught on that hog wire fence that I was worried about the entire morning. Sometimes they come through it, sometimes they don't. This was going to be a morning it looked like they did not come through it. Guys, we have worked these birds for about 3 hours now, and I just don't think they're going to cross the fence we need them to cross. So I'm going to have to go up there and try to belly crawl on one. So I can see glimpses of them. Gonna have to make a play because they seem like they're kind of getting disinterested, and some of the birds are moving kind of out. So we're gonna go see if we can get one killed that way, I guess. Wish me luck.
Go out down here and tell us what happened.
Let me catch my breath. Well, guys, first Missouri bird for me for the 2024 season. Got a decent sized little Jake. I will smoke a Jake every day of the week. Turkey's a turkey to me. But it was a pretty cool hunt this morning. We got some birds fired up. That's probably like the most turkey noises I've heard in the morning, like ever. And I know I probably just said that on my Texas video, but I didn't even capture half the clips of all the audio that was going on. There was a couple of hens that were going crazy, gobbles like nobody's business. I ended up having to put the sneak on one because they wouldn't cross a fence, so I had to belly crawl up to a fence. And I missed my first shot at a bird. It was a strutter, a longbeard, because I'm guessing it was too close. It was like maybe 15 steps, and he was moving, and I was standing on my knees offhand, and it just wasn't a great opportunity for a shot. I probably shouldn't have took it, but I did, and I missed. And I just kind of hung around and did a little bit of light calling, and pretty soon these jakes came back in, and with a bunch of hens, and I shot this guy at about 50 yards. I used the fence as a rest, and when I went out to get him, because I wasn't sure how good the shot was, I sprinted out to get him, and there were two longbeards, the same two that were strutting right here in the neighboring field, and I'm for sure I missed that bird, and he was unhurt because he was out there strutting still. So pretty cool hunt. Glad we were able to put a tag on something. It sucks that they didn't come in, because me and Alex would have probably doubled, but it is what it is. That's hunting sometimes, and sometimes you got to find a way to make it happen, and that's what I did. So we're gonna get him home, we're gonna get him cleaned, and then we're gonna make something tasty. Thanks for watching so far. Well, guys, like I mentioned earlier, me and Alex, every time we hunt together, we seem to have really good luck. Typically we double. This morning we didn't, but we were very close, and we were still fortunate enough to swing a turkey over our backs and walk one home. It's really, really cool to get to share that experience with a friend, and it's always a great time. I had Alex take this clip because this is typically what I'm doing. I'm typically carrying all this gear around by myself, and I'm missing the decoy bag here, but had I been by myself and killed a bird, I would have had all that gear plus a decoy bag. Self-filming is no joke. I breasted it out, and I took the thighs out, and if you've never seen this process, I kind of sped it up here, but you'll get the general idea. You just kind of take your fingers, you spread the skin of the feathers back way away from that breastbone, and just like you're removing the back strap from a deer, you're going to carve the breast off the bone of that turkey. For the thighs, I do not remove the entire leg. I kind of just do the same thing with the thigh. I'm going to pull the skin and the feathers back, and then I'm going to cut the thigh right off the bone. For the meal part of this, I kind of wanted to do something different. I wanted to do like a meal prep thing with turkey and rice, kind of like you would with chicken and rice, but I wanted to switch it up and add a little bit of flavor. So I took a taco packet and put it into the water with the instant rice, and I was gonna make some dirty rice like that. And then I took the remainder of the taco packet, I diced an entire turkey breast up, and I mixed the remainder of that taco packet in with the diced turkey breast, along with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And my idea behind this is I was going to make kind of like a taco style meal prep that had a little bit of spice to it. Once I got that turkey seasoned, I had a pan heating up with some avocado oil. It has a really high smoke point, and it was on about a medium heat, so I put that turkey in there and let it start cooking. Once the rice was done, I added a can of spicy rotel to it and stirred it up really nicely, and I just kind of let them both sit there and soak while the turkey was cooking. Did not take that turkey long to reach an internal temperature of 165. It made a ginormous amount of meat, so I set some of that turkey aside for a later meal. I did have to taste test it. I do recommend doing that, and I was very, very surprised with how good and tender and flavorful that turkey came out. But once I was done with that, I added the rice into the pan so that it could get married to all those nice spicy turkey juices in there. Stirred it up real nice, and it was basically ready to eat at that point. I can't begin to tell you guys how good this was, especially coming off of that hot pan. It was very flavorful, it was very filling, it had a nice little kick to it, And overall, it was just a really, really nice and different way to eat some wild, lean turkey meat. Well guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching this far. If you like catch, clean, cook style hunting videos, make sure you consider subscribing, and there's gonna be other videos pop up that you may wanna check out as this one closes. It was a really cool hunt. I got to get out there with one of my really, really good friends, and even though something bad happened, which was me missing a strutter, got to turn it around and stay persistent and still get a harvest. Just shows that anything can happen in the woods, and I'm constantly humbled by that reminder. The recipe was just kind of a wing it type of deal, but it turned out really good. It's kind of a meal prep style thing. So if you guys have anything that you do with your wild game like that, make sure you drop it into the comments below so I can check that stuff out. But guys, like I said, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate you watching so far. I want to wish you good luck next time you're in the woods, and as always, God bless. I'm out.